How's it going, everybody? Matt here. I'm here with our great agent, Patrik Horvat.
What's going on, everybody?
Patrick actually did something recently that I have never seen, and I personally have never done either. And I've been doing this a lot longer than he has, so it's quite impressive. So I just thought we'd hop on quick and kind of share kind of what you've been up to. So yeah, Patrick, why don't you kind of fill us in on what I'm calling the fiver?
The Fiverr, amazing. So essentially, I had a client that reached out to me last year about purchasing a home. Initially, it was just a simple buy and sell type of transaction, and it turned into more questions about co-living and family. So we ended up actually purchasing a home with two families together, which is quite common as well. But what ended up happening is the sequence of events was purchasing a home on the condition of sale of their home. And we kind of kept out another home sale to the side. And then essentially what ended up happening is through marketing, advertising, and open houses and everything that we did for our client, we ended up getting another client out of this transaction. So really at the end of the day, that client also had a home to sell. So you can see how simply one just turned into back to back homes to sell. And then we were successful in selling that home as well, which met all the conditions of buying the initial home. And then on the other side of it, the two families that came together end up having another home to sell. And then we did that very quickly as well. So that's how the Fiverr came into place.
So yeah, just to recap, Patrick helped one person buy one home. They were multi-generational family.
Correct.
Who both owned two homes. Sold the second home to somebody who also needed a realtor. So you sold the third home to somebody else, fourth home, and then the fifth one on the side.
Exactly.
So all in all, just to get the first property sold, you ended up selling 5 properties.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess what would be the biggest challenge in trying to manage both sides of 5 different deals?
Yeah. So not only do you have obviously clients calling you multiple times asking, updates on their home sale, everything. You're also dealing with the buy side of it as well. And then you also have multiple agents that you have to talk to and communicate with throughout this whole process. So just keeping everybody on board and just communicating and literally just keeping everybody up to date was the number one thing that everybody really appreciated, as well as the things that we just have to do as agents.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. So just clear communication. And then when somebody comes to you and they want to buy one of your listings, which frankly isn't super common, how are you able to build that trust so quickly, and how were you able to facilitate what they were trying to accomplish while already trying to facilitate the first 3 people you were already trying to accommodate? Like, how did you make sure that you were still looking after their best interests and make sure that they felt like they were just as important as the people before?
Yeah, great question. I think the main thing you kind of have to, as an agent, do is compartmentalize, the clients. Essentially, the first people need to sell their home. Well, now as the buyer agent, we need to just look at, what's best for them. So whether that be comparables, obviously liking the home and everything that they wanted the home. And then just making sure that they know that I have their best interests in mind, whether it comes to, what we're going to do on the listing side, what we're also going to do to make sure that the home is right for them and make sure that's appropriate. There's nothing wrong with it, and so on and so forth. There is much more to that, but that in short is how that went down. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes ton of sense. And obviously, I've never done 5 in a row. I haven't honestly heard of too many people that have ever done a 5 in a row. So, did you celebrate after the last one got done? I'm sure all the clients did. They were all happy. They got their, desired result. But did you get yourself something, or did you have a little sigh of relief?
I think it was just taking a moment to myself to just realize what happened.
Talk to your kids again for the first time in a month.
Talk to my kids. Exactly. something special for my wife. So then she felt appreciated because it was a lot of hours. It was a lot of, it was a lot of hard work getting everything in a row, and it still is an ongoing thing. So, yeah,
perfect. Yeah, and obviously, like you said, it's still, even though the deals are now firm, it's still a lot of work, walkthroughs, making sure everything is how it should be for 5 different clients. Would you say, I know a lot of times people go on social media and they glamorize, like, ooh, look at us. Would you say, because it's so funny, I'm going to call you out a little bit. Patrik actually came to me in the summer and said, hey, I don't have a lot going on in my business, which is kind of how this business goes. So would you say this was more of luck or just like accumulation of hard work, or kind of what would you feel kind of set this up? Or was it just continuing with that client, finding them the right thing, and then one thing sort of just fell into place?
Yeah, and it's a bit of both, I think, but at the same time, like, consistency is key with any type of business that you have. So, just keeping going, be positive, keep your head up, keep working hard. And that's obviously essentially what we do here at Flux. And, we have great mentorship and everything like that as well. So I know it's just encouragement from yourself as well, just to keep going. And I mean, things do fall into place sometimes, but it's not for lack of hard work.
Okay, perfect. And last thing, if somebody's thinking about selling in this tricky market, what would you maybe give them as a piece of advice or encouragement on how to kind of take that leap if they really need to make a move right now?
Yeah, so obviously, if you do need to make the move right now, I would say please highly consider all the information that we give you. We do know what we're doing, and we do take your best interest in mind. So if there's something that you can't do to your home, we will work around that. But having your place looking, great and ready for photos, also priced well, appropriately, and taking some of the advice that we have to give you is will go a long way.
So just getting the work done up front for your property. Yeah,
Exactly.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome to hear about the relationships you've built with your clients. It's awesome to feel, learn how you've met new people and you got a fiver done. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Just wanted to kind of fill everyone in on Patrik's really, really cool deal that, I've never seen before.
Amazing. See you guys.